CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Guys, the chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we have your season 74 sneak peek. And for today, we have two special guests, which I'll get to in just a moment. So hold your horses, fellas. But a couple things about the season. Number one, it was designed by Stoneheart, who we have on the call today. And it's going to be a 3-week season, normal chest rank values, all that stuff, just to get that out of the way. The way we're going to run this down is we're going to go over the deck, we're going to go over the tech for that ER level, and then just keep following that pattern. If you guys want to keep up with everything Season 74, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to use the code CHICKEN. Stoneheart or Stone?
Stoneheart or Stone or Stony. Some people call me that.
Okay. But
it's up to you.
I think it's Stoneheart, and then or code OpDestroy. So the two special guests, which we already know one of them, is number one, Mr. Stoneheart. Boom.
Yes. How's it going, chicken?
Not Stoneheart. Boom, Mr. Stoneheart. The creator.
Hey, chicken. How's it going?
Good. Thank you for coming on. Stone, the creator of this season, and we also have on the horn, I kind of just gave it away there, boom, Mr. OpDestroy. How you doing, OP?
Oh, great. And that face looks amazing. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you guys for coming on, and without further ado, I think let's break down this tech tree. So, Stone, since you made the tech tree, why don't you start us off with this 2ER deck, and then we'll take a look at 2ERs.
Yes. I'm more excited to see how much blame I get for this season. You know, you already put yourself out there last season, so we'll see what happens this time.
Yeah,
but
all
right
the complaints
there,
to Stoneheart, guys, just so you know.
Everything transferred over. No, so here's a 2ER deck, and pretty soon we're going to see the tree, but notice the ramp on the right side. If you drop any ground troops on the right side, they technically can't eventually move to the left. Only if they have a long enough range, then maybe they can reach some parts. But just keep that in mind for maybe what troops we're going to see later on.
Alright, so now we're looking at the 2 engine level. So Stone, why don't you walk us through just the kind of the starting bit of it here, your planning process, and then me and OP will comment on it.
Right, so the first time we ever have a starting ability with Speed Serum, it's going to be the start. Shock launchers, boom cannons, a long range stuff. And right away, you have Zookas, Rainmakers, or Mechs to start with. And remember I talked about the deck layouts, Rainmakers have the longest range in the game. So if you do land them on that, 2ER deck, and there's an engine on that right side, it can still reach. So maybe some, creative hits once we go in the season.
Very, very, very interesting. So we've got speedy mechs to start. We've got some really strong defenses in boom cannons and shock launchers. The only thing I'm worried about is, do we have enough gunpowder energy to launch the Rainmakers, or can we only use like 1 or 2 at the very beginning? I guess you got 60 GB right there. And a landing craft boost. Okay. Very interesting. So, what was the planning design behind this part, Stony?
Yeah, so, we had a season, I think, maybe a few months ago with the landing craft boost. And that was pretty fun, too, with 16 rocket choppas, because I think they were early on. But imagine having that season with no choppas. So, disclaimer, no choppas this season, no seekers. I know you're a fan of that, chicken, but you're not a fan of no bombers. So those 4 big troops.
I was so excited for a second. Okay, pretty wild opening. What do you think, OP?
Hey, man, like Arnold Schwarzenegger would say, don't get to the choppers, because there's no choppers, like Stone said. Yeah, I'm super stoked about that. As far as the 2ER, I love it. I love that we have Rainmakers back into Warships. I don't remember the last time we did. That's cool. I love the fact that we have that landing craft boost again. That's cool. We can double the excitement on our landing crafts now. The deck looks cool. I love the fact that you have an opportunity to use the Rainmaker on that right-sided ramp, and really be very flavorful with your hit. As we'll see later, it even gets better. So I'm excited, and I think it's great. We have Flare early too, so you can, you don't have to play Clash of Boom at all, really.
With the landing craft boost, is it 2 Rainmakers per boat or 3?
It's going to be 2 Rainmakers per boat. Same with mechs, and any other
Okay.
big troop like proto troops.
Okay, very cool, very cool. All right, Stone, walk us through this next part.
Yeah, so you can see right there, right after 3 ER is going to be Crystal Shield. Not really a strong ability, but we have it right there. And then after that, we can look a bit deeper into 3 ER. Some more buildings, mortars, cannons, and some protos. We have Scorchers and Lasertrons up there. And what do you think about that?
A lot of super strong stuff right away, and we didn't talk about that multi-node back in 2. That was a good one too, wasn't it? It was 40, 40, 60 gunpowder energy, I think.
But 60, but because I know that early on in the season, you don't have too many tokens. So multi-nodes are kind of free.
Yeah,
Hit extra
for sure.
GB and boom, can land all your troops.
Because it looks super defensive, but we've also got a lot of multi-stats for free, like you just said, and we've got some really strong troops to use with that. So it kind of feels like we're going straight into like a regular 4ER meta almost right out of the gates. Over to you, Stone.
And over right there, you can see that 3 ER deck layout. So it's still kind of that same feature of you can land troops on the right side. They can outrange, if they have enough range, but they can't cross fully over. So you got to choose, do you want to go everyone on the left, some troops on the right, or maybe a mix in between? And then again, Lasertrons and Scorchers, 16 of them at 3 ER.
So what do we think the troop meta is going to be here at this point?
Well, since we have, Zukas, Mechs, Rainmakers, I think they're all pretty slow troops. But because you have Speed Serum, it's kind of tough to say. You can use all of them. I think we've never had a meta like this before. So maybe just seeing what's going to work and go from there.
I really hope that it's Rainmakers because, like OP said, I don't remember having a season with them before, and I think they'd be pretty fun to use with Speed Serum. Like their only issue is they're super slow, but they kill everything. So OP, what do you think of this chaotic 3ER spot we're in?
I think it's not chaotic as you might think it is. Again, the big takeaway from this is the fact that we have speed serum, and we know how that affects even the slowest of slow troops. So don't feel just because we have tanks or mechs or rainmakers that they're going to be super duper slow. I think we're in for a real surprise with the speed serum. You're going to see how seriously fast these attacks go. So I'm super thrilled. I love how he has the GBE on that multi-node and at 2ER. Then we have the GB here in 3, so we have plenty of GB to get through the attacks. And I love these choice multi-nodes here. Really gives us a way to save back on upgrade tokens, right? Because you don't upgrade this stuff. And so I think it's going to be it's going to be a fast 3ER gameplay with that speed serum. It's going to be all season because speed serum is just awesome. Yeah.
For sure. So pulling it ahead, Stone, we got our first building health here. We got some pretty beefy defense nodes. And we also have, is that a troop boost on the before 5ER?
For the 3 big ones, you got a troop boost for covering them.
Okay, interesting. So walk us through this part here.
So if you notice earlier in the tree, all 3 troops, Rainmakers, Lasertron, Scorchers, are kind of at dead ends. So if you want to go 4ER, you gotta choose one of those troops. So kind of like a lock for you gotta get one troop if you want to move to 4ER. And do you notice that cool little troop on the top right?
I do see that. It looks like a critter launcher. Interesting. Yeah. Well, critter tank.
Critter cannons.
Called, but
critter cannons in 4ER. Also, I think we've never really had a critter cannon meta.
No, I can't say that I remember that. And I also like how shocks are early. Early shocks usually prevents like a fizzle meta, but we've got a lot of we got rocket launchers, which I don't think many people be rushing to with how tanky some of these troops are, and then we've got heavies around the corner there as well. So kind of keeping the same pace, I guess, of what we've been doing before we jump into 4. We just got a couple extra tools.
Right, even later on to 4ER, you get mines, so maybe counter those critters a bit. We have a Rudy sighting. Haven't seen him for a few months, so he's at his own dead end right there. He's back. And then we can see the 4ER deck.
Ooh,
now, what do you think about that, OP?
I'm thinking Rainmakers over the gap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's what's so unique about these designs, right, Stone? Like you made it a way to where you can utilize these notes. There's no flying troops, so you're going to have to utilize other troops that are grounded to make it work. And they do that. They work. So you got to figure it out, plan, and come with a plan or leave with defeat. The game's motto is. So this is I'm looking for. I love these decks. They're really cool, and it offers a lot of variety of how different hitting styles could form.
I'm just trying to think, and just for you guys out there, this is pretty much my first time really looking at the tree, and also we're looking at images because the dev build is not working right now, just in case you guys were wondering. But trying our best to make it as clean as possible. But yeah, I'm wondering what the meta is really going to shape up to be here, because we have at this point we've got Speed Serum. We've also got, was it Crystal Shield was the next
yeah. Crystal Shield was
extra
ability wise.
So, I mean, we've got a lot of stuff to move the troops along, to keep them alive. We've got a decent amount of gunboat energy. And there's only the one building health node. So it seems like it's kind of, at this point anyways, favoring offense a little bit. It seems pretty balanced overall, but...
Yeah, I think right now it's a bit offense favored. And remember, the critters that come out of a critter cannon are going to be affected by troop health or troop damage bonuses. So they're just super critters compared to a normal
That's
season.
huge. That is huge.
Oh my god, we've got Clone Rifleman, guys.
Yeah, into 5VR, you got a lot of stuff right there.
Holy crap. Okay, so we've got, like you said, a lot. Now, you know what's really cool that I'm going to say right now, Stone, about this, is that it's not, like, the last season that I did, it was more like classic warships, right? This is the opposite of classic warships. This is like different troops, super early. So I'm really excited because it just looks very different. Like I don't think we'll be able to rely on like old kind of strategies, right? Like heavy rush, get to bomber at 4, or skip everything and get to rocket chopper and seeker right out of the gate.
Right, and I think it's so fun that, like you said, it's almost exact opposites. Yours was like the classic warship seasons from, the good old times. And here's like, well, we've never had a critter cannon, rainmaker, speed seer meta, so it's like, who knows what to expect? It's like everyone's doing this for the first time.
What are your initial thoughts in this kind of area too, OP?
Yeah, and with the decks and all that, and all these different unique troop possibilities, it's like, yeah, if we've never wandered into these territories with these different kind of metas that could form this season, like it's going to be exciting to see what metas do form from these troops, right? Because I mean, we'll have them all, like you said, Stone. You have to pass into 3 ER, was it, or 4? You needed a specific one of the troops, the Lasertron, or the Rainmaker, or like you need one of those troops. So I think it's going to be exciting to see what metas form. I love the Rifleman clones; those are cool to use too. I mean, under Speedster, and that could be a fun one. Um, you got tanks there. You got bullet too as well. I mean, tanks at speed here and move quicker. You got that multi node there with the critter. The what's that called? That the
Crystal
other,
critters.
yeah, crystal critters, and then the turret, right? Is that all affected? Or I mean, those are all affected by speed serum. Like it's exciting to see what forms out of these endless possibilities. It's almost like endless. You don't know what's going to happen. I think I'm looking forward to beyond looking forward to it. I'm ecstatic. It's great. Can't wait.
And I think we're going to have a lot of tokens here too. So I think a lot of these defenses, wow, 6 sniper towers over there. Like a lot of this stuff should be pretty easily maxable. I don't see a ton of token sinks other than rocket launchers, because like back there we had critters that you could unlock. They'll be max. We've got barrage and artillery up here. That's going to be max, so no tokens required there. So yeah, it should be a pretty easy token management season.
And here at 6ER, we have even another ability. It's my personal favorite, so it's like a self-indulgent thing, having defib. So you have defib at 6ER, but still it's not easy, because if you use it right away, you're going to spawn boring level 1 rifles. So You gotta lose your clone rifles if you want to bring those back, or bring back another troop you already lost.
That's a huge takeaway for sure. You need to definitely listen to Stone on that one.
Yeah, very interesting. Like you said, if you don't have the rifles unlocked, are rifles in this tree or it's just proto rifles?
It's just the clone rifles.
Oh, okay, interesting. So you've got the defib, but it's a little bit weaker, depending on how many of them die. So we're at 6 CR here now.
Right. Flames are right there, so flames are a bit late in the tree.
Oh, okay.
Show the tech.
So proto rifles will be pretty strong with no flamethrowers running around. But you got to find a way to shoot over that gap with the rainmakers or something. Because you can't just be walking around. You got no flying troops. You got no seekers to run really quickly.
And try and do a good job at managing, keeping them alive. If you do a good job, maybe you can do a hit losing no troops. Or you can maybe do a hit where you accidentally drop everyone on the left ramp and then you're just stuck.
Oh,
You
okay.
just stay there looking at each other.
Good for those of you that don't want to buy instant training. It should be a fairly friendly season to those players, which is good. Everyone will be on an equal level. So let's jump ahead of your Stone and take a look at what we got next.
Right. Quick thing, there's Shockeneers right there at 6 CR. Not Cryoneers this time, so
Boo.
a little like budget mix.
A little bit of a vacuum.
There's your
Okay.
good old Kavan ending at 6 CR.
Oh, there he is. He's really stuffed behind those defenses, isn't he? But that's okay.
Now,
That
I'm not
looks
sure.
good.
I'm not sure why you can't see on that proto node right there. It's actually 2 Flotties, 3 Simmos, or 4 Boom Surprises.
Whoa.
No, if you want
Four
a
boom
lot
surprises.
of boom
So
surprises,
we might actually use the boom surprise this season, is what you're saying.
maybe for once it's gonna
You
be
just-
useful.
You just had to quad them up to make them useful. That's cool.
Exactly.
Very cool. Then we got explosive drones and barrage artillery down there. Do you think the drones will do enough damage at this point in the tech tree? Probably not, eh? Because I know the explosive drones, when they're maxed at like 2, 3, 4 ER, sometimes you can use them to take out engines, but
I wouldn't say that would be the case, but remember now it's affected by troop damage. So it's actually really cheap to kill a full ER. You have smoke right next to it. If you want, you can
Interesting.
drone out an ER. It's not too much GB.
oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool. So what do you think about these last couple up notes till we could jump into, or is this the end of the tree here?
This is the last 3 nodes of the last 3 columns of the tree.
Okay. So we've got 7. We've got building health. I'll throw up the final stats here in a second. These will be a little bit different because there's the multi-stat nodes. But we got some strong prototypes. We got laser rangers, which is great. Okay, very interesting. So potential final season stats, guys, if you put extra nodes into gunboat energy. 150, 100, 150, and 250. So fairly offense heavy, but with enough defense that, if you screw up, defense is going to hurt you. So yeah, fairly balanced. I'd say favors offense a little bit, but I really like how this season looks, and I'm excited to dive in just because more so than anything, I think it's going to be really different, and we're going to have to figure out a lot of stuff on the fly, which is going to be really fun. What do you think, OP?
I agree with you, man. It is offensive. It's going to be a fun offensive meta. I think it's going to be they're going to be quick battles. They're not going to be long. You're not going to be finishing too late. I think it's going to be a great fast season. Speed serum. You got the drones. You got all kinds of cool stuff. And like you said earlier, that we are going to save a lot of upgrade tokens, not having to upgrade everything. So that's a good thing, right? Everybody will get a fluff out in the tree. But other than that, this 7ER deck looks pretty awesome. Ramps on both ends again, which makes it very exciting to see what takes place. But overall, I haven't played it yet, but I'm giving it a 2 thumbs up. I'm liking it.
Awesome. Yeah. So thank you guys for coming on, and especially Stone for walking us through. I wanted to give you the chance to really explain the tree because, well, number one, with the broken dev build, I haven't really been able to see it, and number two, you made it. So I wanted to get your insight on how you plan for things, and we plan as well as we can with making tech trees, but sometimes things go the other way, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But I think it'll be a really fun and interesting season. So yeah, what are your thoughts, Stone, to close it out?
I actually took inspiration from you for the 7 ER kind of boost nodes. I loved how you had troop damage and building health together on your season. So it's like, hey, why not have them both at this 7 ER? And of course, another self-indulgent thing, having lasers, my favorite troop. But yeah, hopefully it's a fun season. We'll see. If anyone wants to blame me, I'm open to it. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, OP also helped on the planning, so you can always throw complaints his way as well. That is his favorite. But thank you guys. I appreciate you for coming on, and thank you guys for watching. I want to hear and see all your comments down below about what you think, your thoughts are on the season, and potential day one paths and all that stuff. So I think we're good to wrap it up there. If you guys are good, yeah.
Thanks
Closing.
for having me, man. Appreciate you.
Anytime. Always welcome.
See you guys.
All right, guys. Chicken out.